in the heart of the great savannah, where golden grass danced with the wind and ancient baobab trees cast long shadows at sunset, two villages lived in quiet tension. The people of Zaruba and Incala had been rivals for generations. No one remembered how the conflict began, only that it was tradition to mistrust each other. Songs around the fire told old stories of betrayal, and children grew up learning to fear the faces on the other side of the river. Among the warriors of Zaruba was a young man named Cato. Strong, brave, and loyal, Cato carried the respect of his people. He trained every morning with the rising sun, his spear gleaming and muscles tightening with every strike. But behind those fierce eyes was a heart that longed for something more than battles and borders. He often wondered what life could be like without the weight of tradition guiding every step he took. One peaceful evening, Cato wandered near the river that separated the two lands. The water shimmered in the fading sun, and birds dipped their wings as if blessing the quiet moment. The river always calmed him. It felt like a world untouched by conflict. But then he heard a soft humming. There, on a rock by the water, sat a young woman, her dark braids glistening, her dress woven with colors he had never seen. She was sketching patterns in the sand with a stick, her expression thoughtful and serene. She looked peaceful, unafraid, and absolutely beautiful. Cato froze. She looked upand. Their eyes met. That was the moment everything changed. Amina was her name, the daughter of the chief of Encala and the last person a warrior of Zaruba should be speaking to. Yet something in her gaze was gentle, curious, as if she'd been waiting for him all along. But fate had its own plans. For the next few days, Cato found himself returning to the river. He told himself it was coincidence, but deep inside, he knew the truth. And every time Amina was there collecting herbs, sketching, or singing softly to the flowing water, her presence made the world feel softer, lighter. At first, they exchanged shy glances, then smiles, then words. She laughed at his awkward attempts to skip stones. He admired how fearless she was, even as the daughter of an enemy chief. Slowly, their conversations grew longer, short stories, shared dreams, shared secrets. Amina spoke of paintings she wanted to create, of peace she wished to see between their people. Cato shared stories of his childhood, his desire to choose his own path. They were different, yet somehow the same. But with every sunset came growing danger. Warriors from both sides patrolled the river more often now. If either villager discovered their meetings, both would be punished. Still, neither could stay away. One evening, the moon rose full and bright. Fireflies circled them like tiny glowing dancers, and the air felt enchanted. Amina looked at Cato with trembling eyes. Cato, if our people knew, everything would fall apart. Cato stepped closer. I know. But my heart listens to you, not the old wounds of our villages. The wind grew quiet, as though the world itself was listening. For the first time, Amina reached for his hand. Two hearts touched. Two worlds collided. They were no longer just friends. This was Lao. Forbidden, fragile, but real. The next day, disaster struck. A warrior from Incala had spotted footprints near the river, 2 sets, one from each village. Suspicion spread quickly. Guards began patrolling the riverbanks. Even the river animals sensed the tension. Birds flew away faster, and the nights felt heavy. Kato's uncle pulled him aside. "The Ankala cannot be trusted, Kato. Stay away from the river. War is brewing again." But Kato feared only for Amina. When night came, he rushed to the river and there she was, her eyes filled with worry. "They know someone from Zaruba has been here," she whispered. "My father plans to set a trap tomorrow. They think an enemy spy is crossing the river." "We must stop this," Kaito said, "before both villages burn." Amina touched his shoulders. "We must tell them the truth. They must see that peace is possible." Kaito hesitated. "But what if they don't listen?" "Then we try anyway." "Together," she said. Before they could act, shouts echoed across the river. Torches flared. Warriors from both sides emerged. It was already a trap. Kaito moved in front of Amina to shield her. Her father, Chief Barango, stepped forward, fury burning in his eyes. "A warrior of Zaruba, touching my daughter." Behind him stood the chief of Zaruba, jaw clenched, eyes dark with anger. The two sides stood ready to strike. Amina stepped forward bravely, her voice trembling but strong. "Father Kaito hath never harmed me. He protected me. He respects me." Kaito dropped his spear and knelt. "I love your daughter," he said, voice steady, "not as an enemy, but as someone who wants peace." Gasps spread through both warriors. The river seemed to freeze, its gentle flow turning still. Chief Barango's voice thundered. "And you, Amina, do you feel the same?" "Yes," she said firmly. "My heart chooses peace. My heart chooses him." Silence spread like a blanket over the river. Even the night insects stopped chirping. Then the chief of Zaruba spoke, his tone softer. "Perhaps, the young are wiser than us." Chief Barango exhaled deeply, his eyes softening as he looked at the couple. "Enough blood has been spilled over old grudges," he sighed slowly. "If their love can unite our lands, let it." The warriors lowered their spears. Torches dimmed. The river exhaled. At sunrise, the two villages gathered by the riverbank. Drums played soft rhythms of unity. Elders embraced for the first time in years. Children from both sides played together as if rivalry had never existed. The riverbank, once a place of fear, became a place of celebration. Amina and Kaito stood beneath the great baobab tree, the same one that had watched their love grow in secret. Amina smiled. "So, no more sneaking around." Kaito laughed. "No more. Now the world knows." They held hands as the sun rose, painting the sky with hope. Love had done what warriors and leaders could not. It built a bridge stronger than fear. And from that day on, the river that once divided two villages became the place where unity began.